Hey, Brandon, what's happening, buddy? Lurch, what's happening? What's going on? Give people a couple more minutes and we'll get started. Y'all know the deal, usual format. I'll chit chat about shake and bake for a few minutes. I really don't have a whole lot, so hopefully you guys have a lot of stuff in the chat to keep me going. I gotta go get me a water. I'll be right back. Stay. You guys stay. I'm coming right back. Stay. Coming in. All right, Ty, appreciate it, man. I appreciate the sub. Appreciate you liking the channel. Hopefully you like the content and hopefully you'll like the chat. We have a lot of fun. Let's see what we got here. We'll give people another minute or two and we'll get started. Like I said, hopefully you guys got a lot in the chat because I really don't have a lot to talk about. The arm flex. All right. Brandon, nothing much. Got a class. Ground school session. Crew chief. Nice. It's about 4 weeks course. I start flying. Nice. Cool stuff for sure. Yeah, Chinooks are no joke, man. Those things, those things are pretty awesome. I've flown in a couple of them, and yeah, they're sweet. Hey, Mike, what's going on, buddy? Bronsky, finally got my American Racing Hunters full exhaust. Get it installed next week. Woo woo, next week. Yeah, buddy. I appreciate it, man. I really don't. I don't do it necessarily to inspire people. I do it so people don't make mistakes that I make, and I made a lot of them. Mike will tell you, I made a lot of costly mistakes too. So it's really more to help people out. But I'm glad you're inspired. I'm glad you guys are liking the content. I try my best to make it as interesting as possible. I know I'm no Stradman or Mr. Beast or anything like that, but I try and make it as interesting as I can and try and keep things moving. Things have been slow. I haven't had a whole lot. So here's where we are. Shake and bake is we're waiting on the cam again. we're still waiting on the cam. Once that cam shows up, I will figure out a date to get down to EFI Specialties and put it in. Y'all don't pass out. I'm actually gonna be the one putting my cam in. So doing my cam swap. So with some tutelage from the wings from Mac. So I'm gonna do it down at EFI Specialties. He's gonna kind of guide me as I go through, and we'll make it at least one, maybe a long video, because changing a cam takes a long time. So That's where we are, waiting on that cam to get ground and sent to EFI Specialties. So really nothing new on Shake and Bake, just doing a few things, tidying a few things up. I had to bring the hood down a little bit because it was sitting too high to the bumper. So I brought the hood down a little bit. So I had to mess with the hood pins. Let's see, what else am I going to do? The back carpet, I'm going to do some fabrication back there. Well, actually cutting things out back there so it'll sit on top of the ice tank, so I can still arguably use it as a trunk. I can use it as a trunk now, but there's, all that stuff's exposed. So I'm trying to get that carpet to put back over top in the trunk. And then right now I have my catch can right in front of the cabin filter. So what I'm going to do is move that catch can somewhere else. I'm going to cut where my heat exchanger hoses come through. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the cabin filter box, put the cabin filter box back in so I can put the cabin filter back in, and then relocate the catch can. So just a few nitpicky things, just to clean her up a little bit. And I got to tape up some wires. I still haven't taped up the wires we extended, so I got to tape those up. And that's really it for Shake and Bake right now. I mean, we got new Hoosiers. Mike put the new Hoosiers on. I just got to go pick them up. And actually, I'm swapping my Mickey Thompson Sportsman's for some Hoosier bias ply to lighten things up front. So all of that should help significantly. And Mac and I are talking about possibly making dumps for the car and then swap it at the track, because trying to run dumps around here, not that it's already loud, but it'd be even louder with dumps. But that's just something we're talking about. We may not do that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we got time to do that and possibly make another hit this year before everything closes up. That's my hope. And then not only that is I'm going on vacation the end of next month. So that's going to take up some time too. But it's an important vacation that I got to take. Where I'm actually taking my wife back to where I proposed to her when we were in the Army. So that's kind of where we are with Shake and Bake. So what I'm going to do is get into the chat, and I need you guys to keep me going because we've got 55 minutes to keep me going. You guys usually do a pretty good job because you're usually full of questions. And we got a lot of people that can answer them in the chat. So let's get into the chat. Yeah, Brandon, we already talked about the Chinook, man. Those things are awesome, and they can carry a lot of stuff. Absolutely fun. Had a great time. Like I said, when I was in the, actually I didn't fly in them until I got out of the Army and went into the Navy, and I was in Afghanistan, is when I flew in a couple Chinooks. But they're an awesome helicopter, that's for sure. All right, Bronsky, we talked about your headers and stuff. That's awesome. Mike, so if obviously you guys don't know, but Mike's son bought a wide body Scat Pack too. So now wide body Mike has possibly talked about going turbos. So if he does, he's going to turn the F1A 94 over to him to put it on his Scat Pack wide body. So that's why Mike made that comment. Ghost Gray Twin. Yeah, congratulations, Mike. That's a good deal. That's a good jump for him, really, from the 300 to the Scat Pack. So now the question is, what are y'all gonna do with the 300? So if you don't know, Mike's son started with a 300. Now he's got a Scat Pack, but he's still got the 300. So question is, what's gonna happen with that 300? Hmm. Brandon, Chinooks are the best indeed. Yeah, I tell you, I've flown in Blackhawks and I've flown in Chinooks. So yeah, those both of those helicopters are freaking awesome. It is absolutely still the Army's workhorse, 100%. Brandon, awesome. All right, Brandon's talking to Team Bronski. Yeah, cams, depending on the grind, they make a huge difference. Huge difference. Yeah, like I said, we got the custom grind MMX. It's just for my setup, the cam's just not working right. So we're gonna get one. We're gonna lock it out, and we'll go from there. But you guys will be the next to know after we get it installed and get it back on the dyno. Hey, Eric, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate it. All right. Team Bronski's going back to Brandon. Yeah, Brandon, I said that a couple times. under my breath, I've said that a couple times. And even when people ask me now, what should I do to my 5.7? I just go straight for the supercharger. Whether you go Whipple, ProCharger, Magnuson, whichever way you go, Rip, supercharger, whatever, go for the boost first, and then worry about all the supporting mods to that. Because yeah, boost is fun, no doubt about that. Spinning ain't winning. That's 100%. Yep, got some new tires. Got them all hooked up, and yeah, we'll be ready to go once we get the cam in. We're gonna have Hoosers in the front, Hoosers in the rear. We're gonna have light tires, light Hoosers. So, like I said, we're going bias ply up front, radials in the back, and we're going for a time. That's for sure. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we both deserve a fairly long vacation. Maybe I'll take a few videos and upload one when I get back. I gotta admit, I loved Shake and Bake when she was naturally aspirated. Had a lot of fun. She was a fast car then, and there is a lot less headaches when you're naturally aspirated. There are a lot less headaches. When your car died in that one recent race video, did you ever figure out what the culprit was? I didn't. It just went into limp mode, and it is what it is. So you just pull over, you shut the car off, you turn it back on, resets everything, and you're good to go. It's just one of the fail safes in the car. I probably should have explained that more. Next time it happens, I'll explain it a little bit more. But yeah, it was just one of those times when you go into limp mode, you just got to pull over and restart. All right, Lurch, I'll let you know when it comes in. This will be my first cam job, so yeah, I can use all the help and advice I can get. All right, Ty, you got a wide body scat. Nice. Brandon, there is a wide body Mike Jr. Wide body Mikey, for sure. Yep. The whole household's going wide body. Yeah, Ty, the Hellion kit's nice, but just, I'm telling you, be prepared for some fabrication because it's not 100% bolt on like like they say it is. I don't know if Jay's 3-pedal Jay's in here yet. He's got the Hellion kit, and he's had to do a few things to get it to fit on his car. So just be prepared when you talk about turbos. There's a lot that goes in. There's a lot more that goes into turbos than people understand, especially when you're talking about the oil turbos. Now, if you go with the new oilless comp turbos, you're more like the Pro Charger where it's all contained. But just regular turbos, man, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with the oil and oiling them and slowing it down and all of that. So be prepared for some fabrication. That's right. You did say that, Mike. This 300 is going to the girlfriend for the time being. I'm surprised you ain't got that thing gutted out already. Be like Ant making a race car. Now that'd be an interesting build. Put a 6.4 and a 3. A lot of people have done it. People have done Hellcat swaps into 300s, but make it a manual swap. Now that would be cool. No doubt. That would be cool. Trade the 300 and use the money for upgrades to the Scat. I hear. Yeah, sell it. No doubt, Brandon. No doubt. Because Mike did say he's going to be broke for a while now that he bought that Scat Pack. All right, Ty. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just warning you. There's things you're going to have to finagle to make it work. Always got to have a backup toy. Yep. 0 to 60 currently, and do you care more about? I care more about the quarter mile. I'm not a huge 0 to 60 because the car on the street, unless I'm in track mode, the car on the street's never gonna hook. So 0 to 60 is great. Don't get me wrong, but it's in the where am I at? 2.4, 2.5, somewhere in there. 0 to 60, and that's off the car. I can go back and check some draggy videos too. I think it's in my draggy videos. But I think the draggy is off because it's like 3 seconds, something like that. But yeah, the fastest 0 to 60 has been 2.4. Eric, so the cam will be done next week. Mac is the man when it comes to cams. I'm excited to see. Well, I don't know about next week. I'm waiting for the cam to come in. I can't do anything. I can't do anything until the cam comes in. The cam's not here yet, Eric. Not yet. But once it does show up, then we'll figure out and get it in. How much did I get my HP 94? I got it off of eBay. It was an 1,100 mile red eye, so it was practically brand new. I got mine for just under 5,000, I think it was. Saw it for sale on eBay for 2,100, but I'm guessing it needs parts for it to run. Probably, I'm thinking of buying it, then eventually getting it built. That's not a bad idea for 2,100. I mean, if you can just get the transmission for 2,100 and you're going to build it anyway, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Mike, nope. Mopar, no car in this house for sure. No doubt about that, Mike. Oil feed size is very important on turbos. Yep, ask 3-pedal J. He'll tell you. Brandon, if you feel Mike, my girlfriend and her family are diehard Ford people and Navy vets, double whammy for me at the family functions. I hear you, Brandon. I hear you. That's pretty funny. All right, Ty. Good deal, buddy. Good deal, buddy. How do I stop spinning off the line? Tires. Tires and suspension. That's the only way. Only way. So Austin, Augustine, I'm not sure if you're talking about on the street or on the track, but the only way you're going to get your car to stop spinning off the line is go with a drag radial and do some suspension work. Because when you move to a drag radial, you're probably going to get some wheel hop, and the only way to stop wheel hop is to do the suspension. So it's quite a few things you need to do to make that 100% almost 100% foolproof. And Augustine, if you're talking about the track, then the track has to be on point with all that as well. So it's not all in tire and suspension, but the track has to be set up too. The Tank, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate it. Mike asked the same question. Track or the street? I mean, the street, you could probably get away with some Toyo R888Rs. Yeah. Bad news. Wife ended the build on a 300S. If anybody needs some parts, let me know. Good news. I'm about to pick up a 23 300C. All right. Good deal. Yeah, I was going to ask you if you still wanted the cam and the injectors, but I guess that's a no-go. But it's all good. It's all good. Someone else will pick them up sooner or later. Keep in mind, HP70 guys, if you're not tracking the car, just send it off. Get a bill at eDrum. Yep. I got some 285s in the back, but they're 22s. I'm going to order the AAD suspension. Yeah, the AAD suspension is 100% the way to go. Don't go to anybody else for your suspension parts. AAD is they are more expensive, but this is definitely one of those times you get what you pay for. 100%. I promise you. I mean, literally from the moment you open the package, AAD is just, they got their stuff together. And in the modern street Hemi shootout, that's almost exclusively what those guys use is AAD suspension. Unless they're one of the big fast cars where they switch to a 9-inch and all that other stuff. But all of the mid-level folks, AAD is what they use. Does the 300S come with the SRT spindle and knuckles? I don't know. Yeah, Augustine, it's just it's not just the size of the tire; it's the compound of the tire as well, right? So, for you to be able to hook, you're never going to hook an all-season radial. It's just not going to happen. Even if you have 315s in the back on an all-season radial, you're not going to hook. So you're going to have to get something along the lines of, an R888R or, a drag radial, something along those lines, to get you to hook. And 22s, that's a big tire. That's a big. Now, Donkmaster out there, he's got his on 24s or whatever they got, and they're hooking and booking. I'm not saying you can't do it. It's just you got to have the right tire. Court 211. Do I need shims to put 275, 40, 20 front and back? Hmm. I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I think you can put a 275 all the way around and don't have to you don't have to have a spacer. Mike says, Brandon, I don't think they do. Yeah, I don't think they do either. I'm pretty sure they don't. I have some Brembros I want to mount, and I'm missing the mounting hardware to finish the upgrade. I got you. The tanks, going back to Brandon, he's got some off a 22 Scat Pack Charger. They have RT spindles and knuckles on a 5.7. All right. Mike's throwing some knowledge. Like I said, tire size is key, and also, you know, camber and how the tire hits the ground for sure. Yep, I got you, Brandon. Oh, so the 300C is the 6.4, not the 300. 300S is a 5.7. 300C is a 6.4. Oh, I got you. Yeah, you can definitely keep 245. You know, if you want to go a staggered setup, you can go 245. Like Mike said, go 245 front, 275 rear. I've got 275s on the front of my car and 315s on the rear. It's not super bad. It's just different. It's just different. But I know a lot of people like to go one size tire all the way around so they can rotate them and all that stuff. You know, if you want to go 275s all the way around, you can. I know, Mike. I know what you're saying, Mike. It is going to be different driving the car with a bigger tire up front, but yeah, it's up to you. But they only got the 6.4, the 2023. All right, got you the tank. So I have, and these are straight up race shocks. I have Lakewood shocks, 90-10 up front, 50-50 in the rear, and I have Demon Killer springs around those shocks. So there you go. That's my setup. Demon Killer springs, you can get them from, you can get those from BMR. Those are okay to get from BMR. You can get them through HHP. They just drop ship them from BMR. You can get them. You can get them other places as well. Like I said, they just drop ship them from BMR because that's who makes them now. Carlisle used to make them. Now BMR makes them. The Demon Killer springs. That's what I have. Now your driving experience, if you go the Lakewood route, you know, you could go 70-30s up front and 50-50s in the rear. Your driving experience is going to be different. When you put all that, I'm not sure how far you're going with the AAD suspension, but your driving experience will 100% be different. I guarantee it. Because you're gonna feel a lot more of the road. There's not gonna be a whole lot of there's not gonna be a whole lot of give. It's gonna be it's gonna be a little squishy, but like I said, you're gonna feel everything on the road. If there's some pebbles, you're gonna feel them, right? So just be prepared when you go that stiff a suspension. Your daily driving is going to be different. Yeah, Mike, good point. Diff brace, 100%. Diff brace is going to be something you're going to want. You don't want your diff hopping around too much back there, especially if you're at the track. So I'm guessing, Augustin, that if you're going for the AED suspension and you're looking at coilovers, you're going to the track quite a bit. So I would definitely get a diff brace, 100%. 6.4 long tube header, long tube suggestions. I love my Cooks. I love my Cooks. Between the Cooks and the Borla Attack, I got, and Mike will tell you, I got a unique sound. They've all told me, hey, Don, we know when you're going down the track because your car sounds different than any other car out there. So it's a little higher pitched. It's not that deep pitch growl that a lot of people are looking for, from the car. So if you're looking for that low tone, deep growl, I would go with, Flowmaster. Flowmasters sound really good. There's Mike. Stainless Works or Cooks? Like I said, I love my Cooks. I do. I really do love my Cooks. Like I said, Augustin, I got the Demon Killer Springs, and I run on this street. I run my stock size 20-inch tires on the street, and then I run 17s when I'm at the strip. So yeah, you can still go Demon Killer Springs if you're going with a smaller wheel. The only thing you'll get going coilovers is you'll have the adjustability to do whatever you want. I'm not sure how deep you are into the race scene, or how far you're wanting to go, but coilovers will give you some adjustabilities. Now, if you go with the Demon Killer Springs and the Lakewood setup that I have, there's no adjustability. It's 90-10 in the front, 50-50 in the rear. No adjustability. That's just the way it is. But if you go with coilovers, and depending on which ones you get, you can have single adjustable, dual adjustable, and you can go from there. So you can do a lot of stuff with coilovers that you can't do with the setup that I have. Eric, Strace Car Life, 100%. And maybe that's going to be my next video is a Strace Car Life video. So people understand when they make these modifications to their cars, what it's going to do to the daily drivability of the car. Because it is significant. It's different. It's not that I don't like it. I love driving a car. I still drive my car all over the place. Ant told me the other day, he says, I can't believe you're still driving this thing around. I drive it around everywhere. I love driving the car, but it is 100% wholly different experience when you get all of the suspension work done, all of the engine work done, if you're going as far as, solid motor mounts, it's a totally different daily driving experience. So just be prepared for that. Drag springs of your racing, street life, lowering springs. Or like I said, you can just go, if you can afford it, get the adjustable coilovers, and then you can adjust your suspension however you want. Trinity Motorsports working on Friends 5.7. Has anyone with a Trinity 2 have Diablo tune foul out spark plus a lot? I haven't. I had the Trinity 2, but I never ran the Diablo tune. I haven't done much looking into the Diablo tune or seen much on YouTube about the Diablo tunes, but it shouldn't be fouling out spark plugs. That's for sure. It may not be the tune. But yeah, I haven't heard that it's done that. But yeah, like I said, I had the Trinity 2 for a long time and running, Jay Green's tune, and never had a problem with fouling out my spark plugs. Yeah, Hugh, definitely a good point. Don't cheap out on your headers. Because I've heard some stories on the eBay headers or even some of the cheaper headers. I'll leave it at that. That there's a lot of fitment problems. But if you go with a good, solid, quality name, quality built header, Cooks, American Racing's another one, Stainless Works is another one. You go with a good quality header, do your homework. I say do your homework. I always say this. Do your homework. Don't just trust, what we're telling you. Do your homework. And make your choice, right? I always say go with your gut, right? Yeah, like I said, Mike, I've never heard of the tune doing that. I'm guessing Trinity Motorsports, you're talking about the 93 octane tune, I'm guessing. I've never heard it do that. I've never seen it, but I'm not saying it's never happened either. All right, Eric. Maybe I'll try and do that tomorrow. I got a number of things I got to do tomorrow. Maybe we'll get that out on Friday. But yeah, we'll do a Strace Car Life video. Like I said, it's hard to explain the difference, but at least you can't say I didn't warn you. I didn't warn you. All right, folks, we got 25 minutes to go. Yeah, slowing down. There's Mac in his beard. That guy's something else, man. He's a trip. But I definitely appreciate you guys watching the videos, you showing up on Wednesday night, the super chats you guys have done. I highly appreciate those. I appreciate you watching the videos. I appreciate y'all watching those crazy ads. I know it's a pain in the butt. And don't get me wrong, I know a lot of y'all skip those ads. Before I bought premium, I skipped them ads too. But I definitely appreciate y'all subscribing, supporting the channel, supporting me, supporting Shake and Bake. I know I say it every video, I say it every Wednesday night, but it's really you folks are the ones that keep me going, keep me wanting to do this, and just just having a good time doing it. It's like I said, I'm not a mechanic, I'm not a tuner, and I'm not an engine builder. So when you get into those real deep specific things, that's when you can hit up Wide Body Mike or Ant, who just jumped in the chat. 3-Pedal J. Those guys have a lot of that mechanic experience that I don't have. I'm slowly getting there. I've learned a lot. But yeah, I'm just Joe Schmuckatelli out here modifying his car and just putting it out there on YouTube. So I appreciate y'all's support. All right. I hear you, Aunt. That is a long time at McDougal's. All right, Augustin, here's what I tell people. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with a Whipple. You can't go wrong with a Pro Charger. It is two fairly different experiences. So here's what I tell people. If you want a Hellcat type experience where at the snap of the throttle, everything is there and you feel it, go for the Whipple. If you want more on the top, feel it on the top end, and we're talking 3,000, 3,200 RPMs and up, go for the Pro Charger. So if you're looking more street, I'll just kind of put it like this, more street car, go with the Whipple 3.8. If you want to go more race car and you want to go faster may not be the right term, because 3.8 Whipples are making some power. They are putting down some times 100%. But it's really where you want to feel the power. If you want to feel it up front, get the Whipple. If you want to feel it more on the back end, get the Pro Charger. You can't go wrong with either one, I promise you. I think I'm going to make an offer on that Hellcat Trans, but shipping and sales tax an additional $580. Yeah, it costs to ship them, because they're heavy girls, that's for sure, no doubt about it. And Uncle Sam, Uncle Sam's always going to get his. That's also Augustin. That's also a possibility. Yeah, Cornerstone Performance, their twin turbo kit. It's really nice. The Hellion twin turbo kit's really nice. But again, with those turbo kits, just be prepared to do some moderate, I'll say moderate fabrication to make them work. Yeah, that 3.8 Whipple, Whipple's biggest power. Go look at RSP DMV, what they're doing with a Trackhawk. Running 8.5s. 8.5 on a Trackhawk with a 3.8 Whipple. That's freaking moving. And yes, unless you have a block that can handle 30 psi, good luck. Yep. That's true too. What are your plans for the winter when it comes to content? Man, Hugh, that's a good question. I really need to look into doing some one-on-ones with subscribers, and maybe Mike and maybe Ant and some of the other YouTubers I know. Incredible Hemi, get him on here. Maybe RT Life, get him on here. I know where you're going with that comment, Hugh. And I really have to look into it to find out how to get another person in here and do some one-on-ones, and you guys can ask them some questions in the chat, and I can shut my mouth and they can talk for a while. But I'll definitely look into that. And then it's I got a few things lined up that I may do over the winter, like a triple pump setup, maybe some other maybe some visual modifications to shake and bake. We'll see, but I'm definitely looking to try and do some one-on-ones, like you suggested many times. Boo to salt. Yeah, salt's coming. Yep. The Whipples are almost immediate. It's just like a Hellcat. It's like an IHI. It's right there. For a Pro Charger, there's a little bit of lag with a Pro Charger, but with the Whipple, it's instant. Like Ant says, it's instantly there. Yeah. Yep. Draghawk and Josh at HHP 3.8 boost only running 7.3 on a car is crazy. Yeah. August 100%, man. Those Trackhawks are insane, and there's just so much you can do to them. It's crazy how fast you can make those SUVs go. It's insane. Yeah, I know, Ant. I know, and I always wanted to get your Hellcat in. It's just I just never seemed to work out. We should do a podcast from Mike's shop. That's also a good idea, Ant. No kidding. No joke. I could list all the stuff I have to do with the Hellion Turbo kit on just to get 5 psi, and it boggles the mind. Once all that worn is done, I got to do forged internals and transmission. Yeah, that's absolutely. But once you get it in and done and complete, it's kind of hands off. Yeah, Boosted Lucky did get a 3.8 Whipple. Yep. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. Trackhawks are sick. Yep. 100%. Those Trackhawks are crazy. All right, what you want out? Oh, Indy, I'm not going out. All right, you guys go lay down. They'll be back in here in 2 seconds. Watch. They'll sneak in behind me. Yeah, I'm not going to get into Boost the Lucky either. As you noticed, Nance, I kind of just glanced over that one. Yeah, I don't. Now you got me. I don't know if he's actually got sponsorships from all these folks and just runs on the street. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm with you, Ant. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, because I'm at the track every weekend, tagging Pro Charger in all my videos and what little I do post on Instagram. Maybe I need to do more on Instagram. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how some of these people get these sponsorship deals or supposed sponsorship deals. They say they sponsored, but are they really sponsored, or are they just saying they're sponsored? I'm not saying people are lying, but I'm just saying, just by your content, your videos, and the difficulty I've had, even when I ask for sponsorship. Yeah. Waited 6 months for an exhaust. Parts are still crazy sometimes to be waiting on. It'd be better if we just started street racing. I know, right? Get the 3.8. get the 3.8, keep the boost down until you build the motor, and then you got room to grow. That's, I mean, if that's in your plan, and in your budget that you intend to grow, just get the 3.8 now instead of spending your money twice. Pro Charger fell out their sponsorship form on the website. Yeah, I tried that too. They did reach out. Don't get me wrong, they did reach out, but I'm small potatoes to them. That's true. It is only a percentage discount, most of them. You got it, Ed. After you buy it, the discounted price doesn't really mean anything. But yep. Yep. And actually, Mac was the one that got me my nitrous kit. Not this specific kit. This is not the one I have. But yeah, he got me his through his sponsorship through Nitrous Express. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, sticker on the side of my window. Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. You know, you guys know I built mine over the years and years and years. The last 5 years or so, 6 years, I built my car. So save up, spend some money, save up, spend some money, or save up, spend some money, put it on a credit card, spend some more money. Oh man. I know, right? Actually, I got that as a joke. I just wanted to enter one of Street Speed 717, one of his giveaways, so I bought a sticker. I just slapped it on there, and actually, more people tend to stay off my tail now that I put that sticker on than before I had it. What I want to do, I want to do a sticker that says, "Not a student driver, push me, please." I think that would be a great sticker. But yeah, I haven't done any too many. Like I said, the last video was the first driving video I've done with Shake and Bake in a long time. Long time. I used to do a lot of driving videos with Shake and Bake. I need to start doing some more of that. Do the POV view with me sitting in the car, kind of like this one that I got going on now. I hear you, Ed. Definitely using credit lately makes you feel guilty than spending it all at once. I hear you. Yeah, so I guess not. I would say I don't know. I haven't talked about it lately. No one's asked me about the wide body kit. Just I'm I'm in it for the arguably the race car life. So add in the extra weight. Just even though it's not that much extra weight, there's just a lot of people had a lot of problems. Look at RT Life, all of the problems he had with his wide body kit he got. I can't remember which one he got, but he had a lot of problems with his, with rubbing and then finding tires and then getting spacers, and I just never really wanted to deal with it. I like the look of the wide body. Don't get me wrong, 100%. I love the look, but it just seemed like too much fabrication, too much work to do it. And I'm to be honest, I'm more into performance than I am turning my car into a wide body. Now I have thought about doing the demon look and just putting wide body fenders in the back. Now I have thought about that. Maybe I'll think about that again. Ant's about to affirm his life away. I hear you, man. I've used Affirm a couple times. Not the best way of doing things, not the cheapest, not the best interest rates, but yeah, I've done Affirm a couple times. All right, Ty, thanks for chiming in, buddy. I appreciate it. And we're about to wrap up here in the next 5-6 minutes. Just get huge tires without a wide body kit, old school style. Absolutely. I mean, even with my 315s now, they don't stick out very far. They stick out a little bit. That's about it. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize Direct Connection offered the OEM kit. I may look in now. I may look into that for sure. Yeah, if they got a OEM kit for just the rears, things that make you go, Hey, as yeah, Demon 170 clone, right? Then I'm gonna put the Demon emblem on the side, the Demon 170 emblem on the side of my car. If I had a nickel for every time someone called my car a demon, it's amazing. Okay, so they only offer it for the challengers. Perfect. SRT8 Soldier, Cam NA versus Cam Supercharger. What's your perspective? So when Shake and Bake was NA, I said this earlier. I loved Shake and Bake when she was NA. Had a lot of fun. A fast car. You know, it. You know, depending on how many people you watch on YouTube, right? You know, an 11-second car, low 12, high 11-second car is arguably slow against a lot of these folks. But in the real world, a high 11, low 12-second car is a fast car. Let's be honest. And when you're NA, you tend to have less problems, less issues than when you're supercharged. But now, Cam with a supercharger, Cam and approach. Actually, I used the same Cam for forever. I had the Comp Cam 270 both when I was NA and when I had the Pro Charger. So I didn't swap cams when I went to the Pro Charger. I almost did, but I bought the wrong cam. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stick with the 270 until I do the engine swap. That's when I actually went to a new cam. But I'm all about the boosted life now. Once you go boost, there's no looking back once you go boost. But yeah, I would definitely go cam, supercharger. You know, if you keep your boost under wraps in that, I say 8 to 10, 6 to 8. If you're a 392, 6 to 8, 392, 8 to 10, 5, 7. I think you'll be fine. Don't quote me on that because, you know, every car is different, right? Every car has its own little issues, but if you stay in that 8 to 10 range with a 5.7, 6 to 8 range with a 392, go out and have fun all day long. Steve White Motors has the wide body parts for chargers. All right. Once you're done with the drivetrain, do you have any plans to enter car shows? That's a good one too. I may go to a car show this weekend and do a video on a car show this weekend. I may do that just because I can't race until I get the cam in. So I may hit a car show, this weekend. I know while I was in Tennessee, Dave and Mac took the car to their yearly charity car show that they go to. It's a big charity car show down in Fredericksburg that they go to every year. The car got a lot of attention down there, so yeah, I'll definitely take it to a car show. Boosted Hemi, what's going on, buddy? Hey, life happens, man. Life, family first, buddy. You know me. I'll say it every time, man. Family first. But I appreciate the super chat, man. That's awesome. You know that money's going right back into Shake and Bake. You of all people know 100% everything goes back into Shake and Bake. But I appreciate the super chat. And hey, I get it. Life happens. It is what it is, right? No one's going to take care of number one but number one. So I'm all about it. Yeah, like I said, I may do a couple car shows while I'm waiting on this cam, just to get. There's some content, right? Even though most car show content doesn't do very good, but at least it's content. Keep the channel moving. So I got a stage 3 hydraulic cam. Don't know if that was a good purchase. These stages that all these companies put out. There's no set standard for what a stage 1 cam is, or a stage 2 cam, or a stage 3 cam, or a stage 1 kit, a stage 2 kit, a stage 3 kit. There's no. You can't compare. What I'm saying is you can't compare, a stage 3 HRT cam from Comp Cams and a stage 3 cam from Texas Speed. They're not going to be the same. They're going to be different, right? So when it comes to those stages, I just, yeah, it is what it is. But at the stage 3 cams, depending on what you got, depending on what the, what the grind is, it could be a great cam for what you're doing. Still waiting to get it installed. I hear you. Yeah, changing the cam back to the cam SRT8. Yeah, swapping out the cam turns your car into a total different beast, just like Team Bronsky said. Especially the 5.7 wakes it right up with the right cam. All right, night, Eric. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Have a good night. All right, 10 o'clock, folks. We're gonna wrap it up. Again, Boosted Hemi. Appreciate the super chat. And like I said, I get it. Guys, life happens. I'm just a YouTuber out here throwing stuff out there. You can always catch up later, right? Yeah, you can always catch up later. But it's all good. I appreciate the support 100%. Again, you folks are the reason why I do this, and the reason why I keep doing it is because of all of you. So that's it for this one, folks. Stay tuned. More stuff coming. I just got to figure out what content I'm going to make while I'm waiting on the cam. But once we get the cam back, if we can get it in time, we're going to do some more racing. All right, Ant, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I'm going to one or not. But that's it for this one, folks. Appreciate it. All right, SRT8, I'll give you this one. Ordered a cam kit during COVID season. It was on back order forever. After months, I canceled it and ordered Magnuson 2300. Nice. Nothing wrong with the Maggie. Maggies make great power too, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of fun once you if it's not installed, when you get it installed, you're gonna have a lot of fun, man. But yeah, once you do get it installed, then just go ahead and do the supporting mods. the cam, long tube headers, whatever you want to do after that. But like I said, that's it for this one, folks. I definitely appreciate your support. Definitely appreciate y'all subscribing, because every red penny goes right back into Shake and Bake. Y'all know the deal. That's it for this week, folks. Don't forget, tune in next week. Same time, same channel. Adios.